I've always liked the interior of the Jaguar XF, the X250, but there was one thing which, as always, let it down a little bit. So I come in here and I'll show you this bit. As you can see, those plastic buttons don't look too good. There's nothing to them, and they just look a little bit cheap. So, as I was browsing cars the other day, I've seen an XJ for sale, and there was an interior picture showing exactly the same seats, but with different buttons. So that's when I thought, okay, maybe that's something which I can actually fit to my own car. And I'm just going to go over to the other side. That's exactly what I did. So I bought the buttons from eBay, and there they are. So as you can see, compared to the other side, so much better looking. It's actually the same button layout, everything exactly the same, but these have these sort of chrome surrounds on them, which make them look so much better. If I just sort of step back a little bit, sort of lift the seats up so much, it just makes it look so much nicer. So I'll show you in a second how these are fitted to the other side to make them look just like the driver's seat. So here we are on the passenger side again. So this is what I've already replaced on the driver's side, and that's the existing passenger one. Now I'm going to use this to show where the fixings go. So in terms of the plastic to which this is fitted to, there's two screws in here, one here and one over there. To get to this front one is really simple, really easy, so you can use this to get your tools and get everything set. But this one is really hard, really hard. You need to lift the seat up as much as you can, lift the actual front of it, so make sure it's as high as possible, and yeah, you just gotta try different length extensions and stuff so you can actually get to it. Probably the removal is not the bad bit, is the installation, because you need to make sure that you don't drop the screw and at the same time you also start screwing it in. So yeah, that's a bit of a challenge. Once these two are undone, then you just have to unclip these two on the top. Come on, camera completely lost of its focus. There we go. So yeah, this one and that one. So all you do is, once those two screws are out, you just essentially lift this up and the whole thing comes out, and then you're sort of left with this bit. So if you get it with the whole plastic, you're gonna of course just fit it as is. I didn't, because this plastic was a little bit more scuffed than mine, so I just swapped them over. So then just a couple more screws in here and this whole thing comes off. And I'll show you this bit, which is what I've actually bought from eBay, the switchback from the XJ. Now there are different seats, of course. The one I've got in this car is the sports seats, the 18 way adjustable sports seats. So make sure you get the buttons which are matching the layout to yours. So there's some which only has this one and that one, and there's some which only has that one and that one. So yeah, just look at yours and find the right configuration, really. Seat's totally up, so that won't move up anymore. Yeah, I can kind of feel the screw in here. There we go, there it is. It's in here. The other one, no idea. You gotta use this as kind of a template to see where that one is. So yeah, it's like there somewhere. That's gonna be a challenge again, but yeah, I'll get to it. Just one more help. I'm using this mirror in here, and you can just about make out the screw which I'm trying to remove there. So yeah, kind of position it here somewhere. So yeah, just try and get to that. Once this front screw is out, it's actually possible to unclip it from the top, making a little bit more space for yourself so you can actually see down, see where that screw is. I've already undone it now, I'm just trying to show you. And yeah, just gotta get a little creative here. What I've done is I've reached under the seat and through that gap, so I was operating the wrench from over there whilst using my other hand to hold it up against the screw so it wouldn't come out of it. It's not easy, but it's definitely possible. So I've used this tool. Yeah, it's quite short, quite small, but it does the job. It's a T20 torx, by the way. So yeah, once this is all out, that's the first hard job done. All you got to do is then unclip it from there, just push that. I know there's also another one at the bottom, unclip it and the whole thing comes out. And yeah, you just gotta either swap the buttons or swap the whole thing. What I'm also going to be doing is going to be cleaning the frame, because whilst I'm there, might as well do that. So I'll be back in a second once I'm refitting this. It's also worth mentioning that if you struggle with especially that rear screw, what you can do is you can just remove the 4 seat bolts, tilt the seat backwards a bit, giving yourself a bit more space just to get to this, so then you wouldn't waste so much time with it. But this was probably undone in around, what, 5 minutes, so you know, it's not too bad, but you definitely need to have the right length tools, and also you got to have a lot of patience. Now this one's in, so I've cleaned this up a little bit and swapped the switchpack over. Now this is ready to go back in place. So again, kind of reverse order, connector goes in, the whole thing gonna go in here. Well, I'm not gonna clip it in place, because if I would do that, I would not have space again to do this up. So probably I'm just gonna get that screw through that and into here. Then once that's in and I've done a few threads in, then I'm probably gonna clip it back in, and then I'll do that up and do the front one up. So wish me luck. Tip number 2, don't connect the electrical connector, just leave that till the last, because what you can do, it's going to be tricky, what you can do is kind of reach in here, you can go under the seat and then clip it in afterwards. What that does though is gives you more space there at the back, so you can even sort of tilt it like this and then put the screw in. You might not be able to see, but actually my tool is right there on the screw. Maybe at that, no, not really. So yeah, that will help you to give you a bit more space. So probably when you do the removal, undo that first, and then you might be able to just tip it out like this and remove it easier. So there it is, the final fitted buttons. It was so much easier with the connector not in place. It was much easier to sort of move it out of place and just refit this in the back. So both screws are back, clips done up on the top, so just need to check that everything is still okay in terms of buttons. I hope it's not timed out. No, it has. Hold up. I think that's pretty much all you need. Now, there we go. Moves each direction, goes down. Yeah, that works. Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah, I can hear the pump. I can hear that as well. Yeah, all good. Back moves. Yeah, everything moves and works. Cool. So there you have it. That's the X351 XJ seat switchback in an XF. Yeah, it wasn't too hard to do, but yeah, that's a bit fiddly on the back, but yeah, you just gotta take your time and find a way around it and find the right tools for it. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.